Hello, coming live from my headquarters, the Ghostbusters lair, the cave of the ghosts, the cause of the cases, the beginning of the end, the cycle where it never ends but it never lasts. As you can see, I'm casual, basic, I'm original, I am Mexican Carmelo, mucho grande phenomenon, extra king size fries from Del Taco #3, please. Or it might be #4, but #3 is the best. You know why? Because there's only 3 things that function in my life. 3 coordinates, 3 way of breathing, 3 way of seeing, 3 way of understanding. If you don't get my 3 way, get the hell out of my way. Because you know what? I'm coming in here and I'm coming in big. If you see me coming, open up your mouth, FedEx dropping off. Anyways, what I got to say is simple. Life is too hard and too complicated to be a man-made utensil. I'd rather use it as a man's made for. I'm rather go forward than straight up in the air. Because if I go straight up, I'm getting high. Too high, I might fall and not land where I need to fall. So if I go forward, I know where I'm always going and where I'm staying and where I want to be, which is in my cycle, a circle of coming back and forth. So what you put in is what you get out. So they say karma is true. I believe it's so. Because you know what? If I take something, I'm going to lose something. If I get something, I'm going to give it back. But if I earn something, it stays with me no matter what. Because that's the earns I get out of what I've done. Now it's my choice to give it out or lend it out or get it back. That's what belongs to you. Back to basics. A. There was nothing to something, which was A and B in matter. Created distance. Created a circle. 360. Boom! Ignition became a thought. Ignite. That became a big bang where rock was born. Boom! Flying out, right? What pushed that rock out of existence from nothing was what we call cycles, which is what? Life, which is what? Our souls. Because that cycle that made that rock turn is that same glow of light that's making it rotate today. Which is what was made out of the ignition. Which was what? Made out of nothing. Which came to believe that something made nothing to believe in something that made nothing. I don't know if that makes sense. I might have tucked between my term, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm not original. I'm basic. I'm super basic. More basic than original, because original's from where it started. I'm from where it began. Get me? Got it. Pass it on. Anyways, this is Life Factor. Boom. My name is Luis, capital L, Romeo, capital R. I'm that guy that started this shit, because I do that shit. They do that shit. I'm in that shit. I don't fuck with bullshit, because that's not my shit. What's basic is me trying to be a family man. 2022, not yet. I'm not there yet, but I will. 2020, I'm right here, right now, speaking some real life shit. I said it, you heard it, it happened. Real shit. Back what I was saying, put my mask as I transform myself to what I need to be, which is a superhero, Aztec warrior, killing spirit, coming to my body, type of surface cat that's going to explain to you in many episodes, I hope. And hopefully, Tapatio, I do that shit. What else? What did I say? Oh, yeah. Triple A, I do that shit. What else? Steve Burgers, I do that shit. What else? McDonald's, I do that shit. Anything that has to do with man-made, I do that shit. You know why? Because God made me to be who I am. The fool that's going to step in front of that and tell you, I do that shit. The odd number. The odd number is very important in this. Why? Because odd falls into anything that's just basic. You make a leaf, I'm going to tell you where that leaf come from. He's going to tell me a tree. I'm going to tell you where that tree come from the ground. Now you understand where this planet's coming from? Because it goes back to the same 3 steps I just explained to you. Where this leaf come from? The tree. Where's this tree come from? Where's this world come from? Space. Where's this space come from? Nothing. Boom. Point blank simple. You get to phrase any kind of type of code by doing the easy 1, 2, 3. How does that work? I'll give you primary examples. Can I speak to the dead? No. Can I see the dead? No. Do I know the dead? Maybe. You know why? Because I know I'm going to die and somewhere in life. I'm going to go on and on and on. That's the only basic shit I know. Other than that, I'll tell you what. They could come in my body and I could project them as they come in my body. That's where I come in. That's the superhero in me. Because I'm going to cap every single motherfucker I see that comes in my body into existence to out of existence. I'm a gorilla, punch their ass into a magic kick song where they just know where it is. That's what the shit I do. I am that guy that follow me, that guy, soon to come, gmail.com. Expect shirts and shit like that off the trunk of my girl's car in front of the Swami. Expect that shit. That shit's coming soon, sometime later on next month, whenever I get a hold of her and shit, because she runs them up. I am cilantro, she is the cebolla. Cilantro la cebolla. I'm cilantro because I'm the tree of life and she's my cebolla. She makes me cry a lot. back to what I was saying, back to basics, as I put my mask on and realize that this life isn't really what you think it is. You seen The Matrix? The Matrix explains a lot about life. Numbers. Those numbers don't mean shit. But only 3 numbers out of the whole thing mean something. 1, 2, and 3. And you know what? If you flip them backwards, it's 4, 5, 6. Why? Because after the 3 becomes what? 4, 5, 6. That's a 180 to a 180 becomes a 360. Why is 360 important? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the recipe of saving your soul. That way, whenever you feel like you're going to hell, you do this little simple task and you save yourself, save some money. Put it in the air. Let it bless somebody that really needs it. Because you're balling. I'm balling. No, I'm not. I need money right now. I'm broke as fuck. I don't have no more shoes. I don't have no money for Christmas. It's not important. My life is my life. Your life is yours. What I need is what I need to know. What you need is what you need to know, which is what? You buy a balloon. You get $1. You put a simple message on that dollar saying, thank you for giving me life. I pass it on to the next person that needs it. Here's $1, blessing from above. Sign your name. You put it in that balloon. You put helium in it. You let it fly up in the air. Because if your faith tells you to believe, then you believe that what you believe in that balloon and that message, and your faith tells you to deliver it to the one guy that does magical shit. Because he came from nothing. That's his job. You let him deliver that shit to the piece of shit that needs that shit. Because you know what? I'm a piece of shit that needs $1. It might land on my hands. Who knows? But that's not your job to worry about. Your job is to have faith and believe. Shoot that shit, turn around and say, my God does my work for me. You see how simple that shit works? Because that's what simple is. Forgiveness is not just the word you ask for. You got to know how to ask for forgiveness. You can't just, forgive me, sir. No, it means I will not do the same mistake. And if I get forgiven, I will gladly and surely check myself for me not doing the same shit. That's the basic step of forgiveness. It doesn't mean that's an excuse for you to do whatever you want and be like, forgive me, God. No, that's not basic. You're overriding a basic thing. You're making it seem like you could do that and just slide in. No. Basic is basic. You're saying, sorry, I'm going to do it again, okay? That's what you're trying to say right there. Forgiveness means I will check myself on something I did wrong. It can even start with my shoelaces. I'll change the way my shoelaces look, but I'm going to change something for me in order to feel like I did something different. So when I do this mistake, I know I did one change that didn't involve the same shit. You hear that shit? That's some real shit. I'm not there yet. I'm only at the scratch off. Now, it's hard being a number 3. Why I say a number 3? Because a number 3 comes to the meaning where you understand things, where things ain't going to go your way or be your way or even contradict you, but put you in a circumstance and place where you don't want to be in, where you lose a lot more than what you have. Why? Because a number 3 understands that not everything's going to understand you because you came third. You didn't come first. You didn't come second. You came third in line, which means what? They took the biggest table. He took the medium table and left you what? What's left? The crumbs. I make the best of what I got left. Why? Because that's the most important thing of life is what you have in front of you, not what you don't have or what you could have had or what the next person has. You know why? Because you don't have it. If you don't have it, then you never had it. Then why the fuck you sweating it? Because if you're going to get it, you're going to earn that shit the way you need to earn it. Basic shit. Now you tell me, they got this badass brand new car I want that I know I could get a girl with. But do I want that car? Do I want to be in debt with that car and rent a girl? Because that's all it is. Once I lose the car, I lose the girl. Believe it or not. Because the next nigga is going to have the next new car like the one I got. So this is basic shit. I'd rather earn my spot with a female that wants to earn it with me. So what we both get is something we both earn and have in front of our face so we could both say, we got this shit together. This is our shit. This is our plate. This is our crumbs. This is what's us. This is what we're going to leave behind. This is us, our foundation, where we're going to step and go as high as we want. And when we fall, we can fall on our foundation, which would be like, get up, do it again. Get it? And if I wanted to pass this on, I would love for my son, a child, girl, whatever it is, daughter, whatever you want to call it, that's looking at you like a SpongeBob, looking at you, seeing, you know what, my dad and my mom did that shit the right way. You know why? Because they helped each other out from the beginning to where they're at right now. I honor that shit. So when I see my own girl, I'm going to tell her, look, babe, me and you can build our own foundation like my father did. Why? Because he came first. I came second. This is my cycle to show you what I'm about, what my dad taught me. He showed me that I could represent him how he represented his dad, which we're proud and we honor that shit because we earned that shit. That spot to say I'm a man to care about you for what you want, not for what I want, because I'm a man. I know what the fuck I gotta do in order for you to get what you want, which is what? I gotta work for it. I gotta earn that shit because being rich ain't just gonna get me you. I could be rich and not ever get you. Get the wrongest girl ever. Just because what's real is what you have in front of you. It's not the money that makes the world go around. It's the love that people have for each other that makes the world go around. Money can only buy you what? Time of successful thoughts. That's about it. Other than that, or fuck up somebody's life, make somebody feel like a piece of shit, make somebody feel less, or even worse, fuck up a family. Biggest sin in the Bible says don't fuck up a family. Why? Because you respect that cycle. Why? Because you have your own cycle to worry about besides them. What you don't like, what God gave you in features in life, you don't like your body, you don't like your self-confidence, that's a problem you got to take with your self-thoughts. Because I'll tell you what, God made us just like him, so we're perfect in every aspect you could think of. Even if you work out, we're still perfect. You know why? Because God don't judge you when you die. He doesn't tell you, you're buff, you come in first. No, he's going to ask you what you've done that represents me in a way where I can say I love you. What have you done besides giving me your common sense bullshit of it's his fault and I didn't do that? Well, I can tell you this, I don't know you and I didn't make you. Would you like that common sense? No. But I understand you, son. Come in here, I love you. That's where you got to practice this aim. I'll tell you what, when white people hit Africa and they seen the first black man could have said this, I'll beat the shit out of both of you guys and take your guns and what? And rape your girl. And what? We don't think like that right here. We're free spirits. We know better. We're black. We know that everything's not going to come into our ways. We know that we got to understand you little people that have these little steel made of guns and shit that can kill one another. We're not scared of that shit. We deal with lions and shit. You think we're going to be scared of your little pencil gun? But I'll see what you're about, because you know what? I understand you don't know better. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're asking him, should we take him? Knowing damn well I could take both of you guys. I'll see what you guys got to offer, and if I like it, I'll stay with you guys. If not, I'll come back home, because I could beat you guys up. You didn't expect America to pop up. Slaves. That's introducing slavery. Why is this so important? It's because you got to know what stands out and what doesn't stand out. Because if you're first, you understand that you're going to represent the image your father gave you, which is be the best of what you can be and what you will be and what you want. Second is I understand I got to follow my brother's example as in what I want to do for myself. Third is I understand everything that's going on above me, but I'm going to do myself and respect everybody's place in life. That's what the line of cycle means. It represents everything that started everything. Why? Because from nothing came light, a thought, ignition. God made rock. You get that? You respect that? It came from nothing to light to rock. 3 basic fucking steps that started this whole cycle, and it's going to end like this. Ending of the world. 3 basic steps. Anything else above that, it's man-made inventions. Anything man-made means it doesn't matter in life because you made it. A man made it. Even if God told me to write this shit down, it's a man-made prophecy that's given to you guys. Can you rely on it? Can you count on it? I don't know. That's your fate for you to ask and for you to get the answer from. Because what I'm doing is what I'm doing. This is what I came here to do, which is say some shit that you might hear and might reflect on. If not, then hey, I did my part. Life keeps going on. For all of us, right? It is what it is. I said it, you heard it. Record that shit. It's like a pizza box. The red pepperoni's on there. It means record me as I give bread out to my brothers. Why do you think Pizza Hut's a luxury pizza? Because it's peace up. The H is for silent, for Holy Spirit. And that's why the house is above the words, not below it. Because it's the house of heaven. Bread, what's the number one thing Jesus always broke off? Bread. Why is pizza so important? Because it breaks off in pieces to a family. Feed a family, why not? Cheese is still the same shit. Pepperoni's the only thing the man made on top of that shit that was meat. Here you go. Extra pudding. Little Caesars. Now back to basics.
You know, I'm not a believer of believing. I'm just my soul and my heart. You know, I carry my heart on my hand. So I give everybody the doubt or the benefiting idea of them knowing better than I do, because I'm simple. I understand that what I know is only what I know, and what they know might help me in life or might give me good advice or might help me in a situation. So I'm acknowledging everything everybody tells me, but I follow my heart. My heart tells me if that shit sounds right, it sounds right. If not, my gut instinct tells me, which is my God, tells me, you know what, son, ignore that shit, because you know what, I'm telling you right now, you're getting a gut instinct, which is your soul pulling you. No, nigga, you don't listen to that shit. You get it? That's how this angel and devil works on your shoulder. You got to know how to listen to him. The devil will tell you what, like a pirate and a parrot. We do that shit. We do that shit. But the angel will tell you, oh, I got a gut feeling. Hold on. That ain't right. That ain't right. For me to get that feeling right now, see the difference? Physical feeling to what a thought is. Illusion. A devil. The devil's only an illusion. Only an error in a computer. Only the shit that makes you, Why? We manifest it because it's a scary illusion. It can scare the shit out of you, or it can create death by the way, or the why, or the right ways of tampering with your temper. Many people lose their temper. How? By pushing buttons. What do you do in a warehouse all day? Push buttons. Because you follow and perceive procedures, right? You process and proceed. You process and what is it? Processing and fuck, I forgot the other word. Processing and I forgot the other word. Processing and processor. No, it's... Anyways, it doesn't fucking matter. What do computers do? They process and... Fuck, I forgot the other word. I'm gonna have to edit it. Shit. Brain part. Anyways, the two sequels that computers do is you give them orders and they fucking organize it, right? Processes and I don't know, fuck, whatever it is. It fixes data to a certain level, you know. It organizes shit. It stacks it up to where it needs to be. Because this is the difference. 3 can always go forever. 3 will always be an odd number. Infinity, it doesn't matter. There's no ending to it. You will never get an even number out of 3. Even if you times that more, it continues being a what? Odd number no matter what. So it's real. It's basic. It's the root of what start life. It's something that you could go back and be like, well, if I'm lost, I could go back to 1. Or if I'm really lost, I'll go back to 1. Why? Because 1 would be the guide of the map, of the light, of fucking whatever you want to call it. That's truth. That could tell you where you started. It's the mark of the compass. It's the mark of the start off. It's the mark of the mathematical equation. It's the mark of everything. It's 1. So why does the Bible start on 7? I'm going to tell you why. Because on the 7th day, we were confused. On the 7th day, they made earth. So what does that tell me? It's not telling me that I could think right. It's telling me that on the 7th day I was born. That means it tell me I skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What the fuck happened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Is my mathematical problem tells me there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why are we starting on 7? What magically happened before those 7 days? Because I want to know. So you mean to tell me 7's the number 1 in my books? No. First there was common, and then there was sense, and then the understanding of common sense, which was the overview of understanding it, which created a thought of a human working body, which created a God, which created what? Rock. You see how those 5 aspects kick in, 6 aspects kick into play? Because it reflects on a human being. When there was rock, what? There was common sense, understanding of common sense, and the overview of understanding what common sense is playing out in the bigger picture, which is a what? A male or female working human 5-finger hand. You get what I'm saying? Because it's common for you to move a thumb, and it's sense for you to move the other one, but it's understanding the 3rd finger that all 3 of them move was 4 that takes you that, oh shit, they might all work together, but it's a hand that tells you this all moving shit could grab a phone and turn it off and move it just according to what each finger says. A moving fucking systematic hand of a human body part. 5. 6 becomes the what? The thought, the illusion, the invention, man-made invention, which is illusion, which is, that shit might kill me. That shit might do that. That shit, if I could do, so what comes next? God. Why God? Because that's where our brain is at. That's where our soul came to be. We didn't have brains until Eve ate the apple. Why? Because we were what? Animals. We used to walk on 2 arms and 2 feet like dogs, covering our privates. This is why we didn't worry about clothes. This is why we were never looking at each other naked. But once she ate the apple, she stood up and realized she had a breast and a puss. She realized she could walk on 2 feet because you know what? Came common sense. Why am I walking on 4 if I could walk on 2? Did you hear that shit? Became a what? Boom. So what did Adam say? Babe, why'd you do that? You know we weren't supposed to eat that shit. He's told us, you know God told us he loves us just like he loves anything else. He told me not to do that shit and you did it, babe. But I love you, babe. So here, give me a bite of that shit. So if you get charged with something, I get charged with you. So we both get condemned. Because I love you so much, I don't want to let you go by yourself. Let me see that shit. Boom. Became a sin of life. All of us, you know? You think Adam was going to let his only one go? Hell no. Adam loved this girl like he loves me, like he loves God, like he loves everything around him because he's an Adam. He stays connected with the shit that's made for him, no matter what. And if you ask me, Adam is the first alphabetical order of the letters A. Why do you think it becomes A, B, C, D, E? E is on the 5th. You get it? E. Why E? Because right after E became what? Invention. They tell me this, look. Everybody that lives this basic life of whatever it is to call the American dream is to be basic. It is to have your family and be left alone. It is to have the right to say, I don't want to follow his religion. I want to live my cycle with my family. Please respect them. Leave me the fuck alone. It's called freedom of speech. It's called something that not every country has because they will punish you or kill you even if you talk some shit that you're not supposed to. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody's on that 2 level. Common sense, white boy. I get it my way. I got to get it. Get on the grind. I need money. I'm going to get it some way. I'm going to work a job, find me a bitch, and get married. No. It's just not the way it works. You weren't born single. You were born with a partner. Just like Adam and Eve. You got to find your partner in order for you to build something, in order for you to earn something, in order for you to keep that something. Because you know what? If you do it on your own, then you're going to lose it on your own. But if you build it together, you will guide each other so that you won't lose it alone or lose it together. Because you know what? You back each other's up on your weakest point. That's what a team is. You don't contradict yourself. You tell you know what, babe, you're kind of slipping on this. Let me help you out. Because that's what we're here for. You're 1, I'm 2. Here comes 3 looking at us, how we work this shit together. A cycle of life. Compare me to another couple that just does it on their own. Self-made ass, rich ass niggas, self-made ass girl that did it on her own, and a kid. They live so differently apart. They act so differently apart, but they pretend to be so happy together. But yet they don't know what the fuck it means to be making it together because they both brought their own big rich parts and put it in play. Makes a big rich security because they're both watching what they both brought in. Well, I put this, you put that. Well, I put this, I put that. No, it doesn't count. You're showing your son that you need to make something first and then get married. No, you need to find the perfect person to build your foundation on because that's what's going to help you fall back in life where you started. Mom, dad, me. I don't know. That's the start off on my show. I'm doing this because I believe you can save yourself with a balloon and $1. Put that shit in a balloon. You send it up there. You shoot it. Because if you came to believe, you believed in the balloon. You believe that belief of that balloon can send you a message directly to God. Send it to him on $1, a tree of life. That makes the world go around. Why? Because it's green in his paper. Comes from trees. If you put the right message on there, you're putting the sesame seed that he tells you to put on there. You're putting a sesame seed that tells somebody that you might believe in this guy because he's blessing you with $1. God never gives out money, but he's blessing you with the word of knowledge and $1. How crazy is that? You're using the same tools they're fucking us up with, same material they're making us love with, and at the same time, you're putting God to the test because what? You're letting his deliverance deliver that shit to the piece of shit that needs it. Why? Because that's what God says. You give me your belief and your faith and I'll deliver you from what? So you tell me, where's your belief? Because if you believe in Jesus Christ, you believe that it's easy as a balloon, then you better give that balloon that chance because you know what? You're giving nothing. That's just the word. More faith than making yourself believe that shit by buying this shit and sending a message and letting God show you his magic, how he lands that shit to somebody that really needs it. 360, remember that shit. I do that shit. Family man. Nigga, coming soon. Off the trunk of my girl's car. In front of swap meets. Might be males. Might be liquor stores. I don't know. You'll see me. Catch me if you see me. I do that shit. Here's my dance. Now, if you see me with my family, don't bug the fuck out of me because I'm with my family. That means it's reserved time. Don't ask me shit. Don't tell me shit. Give me $1. Give me $2. But don't tell me shit. You want me to sign $1? I'll sign $1. But don't come at me like, oh, you're the woo-woo. No, nigga, I'm with my family. Respect me. My name's Lewis. Nice to meet you. Catch me alone. Do anything you want. With my family, you respect that shit. Why? Because I respect you and your family. Respect mine, please. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Keep it up. Stay basic.